Hi folks, it's Bill here, and this video is just a December roundup. I'm going to give you a little overview of how things are going in my garden and show you a few new members of the bonsai to be family. So let's get started. Okay, let's start over at the bench. As you can see, I had these watering system installed in the bench. It's temporarily installed, it's just ties. I think I might take that down actually this year coming. It's all switched off just now, but I'm concerned that all the water on the bench could ruin it. Not the bench, the fence obviously. So I'm worried that it ruins it. So there's nothing along the top bench. I've took them all down, but there is still some things in the bottom bench here. So I've got the Acer there. I've got a quince, which I've done nothing with. A nice big Fuji cherry there at the back, which I've still to work on. I've got a spruce here that's in a bonsai pot. I'm not quite sure because I've got two spruce. I've got that one there and I've got that one there, which looks awful, but I still think it'd be a good bonsai eventually, if I can keep the rest of it alive. I just don't know if there's a difference in the species between that one and that one. Yeah, so if you do know, I'm still trying to look things up for the two trees to find out what's what. Okay, so if you know, you can please put in the comments what you think these are. Alright, there's a wee bit of greenery here with this one. So let's have a good look at it. Okay, so we've got that one there. And this one here. Give you a good look at them. Okay, so that's them. The hazel here, which is kind of getting quite thick at the base there, and starting to get tall again, which is great. I gave that a big major chop earlier in the year. I've got two birch trees. That's one of the birches there, which has got a nice little bend, nice base to it there. I'll be working on. Field maple at the back there, another birch there at the back. That is a little oak. It's an oak seedling. There was a seed, actually dug that up. I seen it growing where I parked my car one day near a car park, and I just dug it up and put a little bit of wire in it just to give it a bit of shape. Took the wire off just recently there. I'll just let that continue to grow. I'll tidy that pot up another day. Another field maple there, field maple there. The mountain ash at the back there. And the Acer Katsura that used to sit over there, I've got it down by the house now. I took cuttings, and unfortunately that's the cuttings there. I took them out the greenhouse because the greenhouse was getting really, really cold. So I put them under the bench. I'm not sure if any of them will take, but we'll see. Okay, right. Next section. So here's the seeds. My little seed sort of project I've got going. In the black trays I've got 50 horse chestnuts seeds, conkers. They're all, I've started labelling everything so you can see there's labels everywhere now. And that one there is a pyracantha seed. In that round tray I've got a Acer in that one, and a golden hornet crabapple seeds in that one. So that's fine. And this, believe it or not, is the oldest tree. I thought the Acer Katsura that I had is the oldest tree, but this one here is actually a goat willow that I dug up. I've never really been bothered by it as a bonsai, but I'm keeping it anyway. My wife somehow likes it, but there you go. There's not much going on there, but I got it, dug it up in 2011, July 2011. So that really is my oldest tree that I have currently. This goat willow here. Right, so Oh, let's go and see my mother's old Satsuki Azalea. Now this thing is looking absolute stunning. It's compared to how it was before. I'll shake some of the dead leaves off. How it was before, this is looking stunning. Really looking thick and healthy now. I've got some nice wee shoots popping up that I can maybe take some cuttings from. I'll maybe start taking cuttings. I was looking forward to little shoots like that coming up so I could take cuttings, and I'm really excited to keep this going. I remember years ago when I seen it in my mum's garden, I wanted to, well, I just wanted it because it's just lovely when I was into bonsai. I took a photo of it, and I also took a photo of the label, so I know it's a Satsuki Azalea, but I can't find that photo anywhere, so I kind of lost that. But yeah, that's doing great, absolutely fantastic, looking really healthy, and it's in Kunomi. Oh god, I can't remember the name of the soil, but it's basically it is for azaleas. This is a hawthorn, a Paul Scarlet hawthorn that I've you can see a graft way down the bottom there, so it's been grafted. There was a branch here, and I've kind of cracked the branch, and it's under that rock, and I'm hoping it would like do a wee air layer under that rock. But let's see what happens, see if it'll root, and then I can maybe cut that and I'll have a nice little rooted cutting somewhere, but I don't know if that'll work. I also took these two, I think they're limes from my mum's garden as well, when I was tidying up her garden. You know, they've got a good trunk on them, and they would make good bonsais. So they're limes that's growing there. Not the fruit lime, but the other lime tree. I'll put this scientific name up in the video here. Right, along in this little trough. So in this trough, this is a little twig that I took off the hazel, and it actually had leaves coming off a tiny wee branch down the bottom there. I just stuck it in the ground, like a stick in the ground, and I don't know if it's starting to take or not. I can't remember where I got this yew from. There's another ash. Again, these are just collected. That again is holly. That was collected. That was looking really ill for a wee while, but it's starting to perk up again. There's a Hinoki Cypress that's an eBay purchase, January 24. This one. There's another cypress, Hinoki Cypress. Just stuck it in this trough here. That was July 24. I don't know if you've seen the videos where I was growing a couple of ash trees. One was in a bonsai pot and one was in a pot noodle pot. I think that was a pot noodle pot one. But it's looking really quite strong there now. And the one that was in the bonsai pot was dying and had root rot. But it's actually the back there now. It's actually looking okay. That there is just from an apple seed, from an actual apple that I grew. That's actually about 3-4 year old, that apple. I planted the apple seed, and it's starting to grow reasonable now. Now here's all the crab apples that I bought, the Malus sylvestris. That's it there, the Malus sylvestris that I bought in January 24. And I styled them. You can actually see the damage that the wire's done to the bark, because I put wire around quite a few of them and totally forgot about it. So I actually thought I had 10, but there was 11. I did a wee update video on them earlier and only brought 10 out, and I missed one of them. So that's these along here, but they're all doing okay. See, there's wire still on that one over here, which I'll need to take off. I'll try and get that off soon. The one that's looking the worst for wear is that wee one there I've cut back really harsh. Let's see if it recovers. Now, also I took And there's that one there as well. So if you look at this, it's all the cuttings. So these are root cuttings that I took. So before I actually planted any of them, I cut off the taproot and stuck them in this pot. And yeah, I've got all these little root cuttings growing, which is fantastic as well. Now, I've obviously started this new labelling system where I've got this. So, for example, here's another Fuji cherry, Kojo no Mai Fuji cherry. That's a label there. Okay, I got that in January 24. But also before I started doing labels with the printer, I was writing out the labels like this. It's the same labels but with a little permanent marker pen. So that's a June 24 eBay Japanese azalea. So, and it says purple there. So I got red, white and purple, I believe. So I bought the big ones there, were the 3 main ones I got, but each of them had 2 plants, so there's each of them has got like a little baby offshoot. Yeah, Japanese azalea white. So they're only sold as Japanese azaleas, but they didn't say it's Satsuki. So I don't know if they are Satsuki or not, or if it's just the one and the same thing. Now this pot here, this tub, that was like a tub that you bought like £20 worth of chicken in, or chicken breasts. I don't even know, I put holes in the bottom of it. But I've got this tree here, this taxus, which is actually quite a good few year old now actually. If I was in the ground it'd probably be about 6 feet tall, but because it's in these pots it's not very tall. There's 1, 2, and is that a third one there? 3 of them. There's 3 of them in this 3 ewes in this one pot, along with this Crassula sarcocalis, and there's another Crassula sarcocalis over there with a few other like cuttings. I think the Cotaneaster's growing in that, and they're just doing their own thing, but I really should try and get these into their own pots now and try and develop them a bit better. I've got more Crassula sarcocalis there and in there. It's just a mess. This little dude is looking great. It's a little witch elm that I dug up from underneath my privet hedging, or was it the, yeah, I think it was privet hedging, because I've also got beech hedging, and yeah, it's just looking great. It's doing away, it's doing its own wee thing. You don't see very many witch elm trees because of Dutch elm disease that are growing big. So I don't know if this will die eventually through Dutch elm disease or not, but let's see what happens with it. Another tree that I had, that I bought from a nursery, was it cost me £12, £11.99 I think it was, for this Cotaneaster horizontalis. I did a short video some time ago. I did the pruning on it, did a video of that. Slugs had attacked it, and it was starting to grow and it was starting to look healthy, and I had a lot of greenery here, but then slugs came and totally annihilated it, and it's just died. So that's a death by slugs, I'm afraid, this one. So that's a fatality that I have. Again, this Fuji cherry, I've started style. There's my oak, which I'm still thinking of reducing it there, because I'm not wanting reverse taper, so I think I maybe do a earlier at this point. We'll see, maybe somewhere anyway, and make it come up this way and go that way, then maybe that way. So we'll see, because that's just getting a big mess, so I probably need cut back to there. and that's just, top of that's become a mess as well. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do with that eventually. Okay. Right, over to my boxes that you see me build in my video. Hang on, I'll get my wee pointy stick. Right, so okay, we'll start with my Acer Katsura. So this is the Acer Katsura, which I got in 2012, in May 2012. And here are my other Acers I've got. I've got the Orange Dream here, the Going Green, which I thought had verticillium disease, which it doesn't seem to be, but let's see what happens with that. And these ones are, these one, that one, and that one. That one there is Acer Katsura, a Going Green there. Acer palmatum is just like a generic, that one there, just a generic Acer, and then a wee Phoenix at the back there, which you can't really see. And privet cuttings, which I took in June, and they're all doing quite, they're all going great as well, so why not? I've got Chinese elm in this one, Chinese elm in that one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blackthorns growing. Pyracantha there, Pyracantha there. That is, this bad boy down here is a root cutting from a hawthorn. Now, I bought my very first allegedly Paul Scarlet that I bought. To get it into a pot, I had to take a saw and cut off a big chunk of the root. And then I decided just to plant that bit of root, and it grew quite well. But that's just obviously not going to grow a Paul Scarlet. But neither did the original either. So I was kind of robbed that way. And that's just a sycamore that I've had for some time, but it's not really done much. It's because it's been quite restricted in a wee pot. So I think that is all that I have to show, other than this little tabletop with. Something I should have done, I've never done it before, I've still not done it yet, is tree winter wash. Now I've got a couple of fruit trees up there, back garden, way up there somewhere, okay. But I see people doing the winter wash on their trees, and maybe it'll stop things like this happening. I've always wondered how all these scars go onto the bark, and I wasn't sure what it's caused it, and I think it's all the beasts and stuff that get into it. So I've got winter wash in a little bottle to spray it on. Some people are using lime sulphur. I don't have any lime sulphur. I went onto a Facebook group and asked them what's the difference between this kind of winter wash and lime sulphur. And the lime sulphur is just a lot stronger, but that should do the trick as well. A lot of people do use that, they were saying. So it's like 50-50 between lime sulphur and this kind of winter wash that people are using. Another thing I bought myself was a pair of these shears from Amazon. And they say they're like bonsai shears. Every time I watch a YouTube video with somebody pruning a bonsai, and I look at the scissors, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to get myself a nice new pair of scissors. And then I'll go to buy them, and I'll get distracted with other adverts and see all these, and end up not buying them and buying something like this. So they're made in Taiwan. They said they'll stay sharp for longer, so let's see what happens with them. 2 new pots, because I've got a lot of trees but not many pots, so I bought this pot off of eBay. Okay, so I fancied that, and I seen that, I thought that would be good for something. And I was in a garden centre, and I saw this, but my daughter bought me it for my Christmas, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a good size as well, get my hand in there. There's my hand in that one. So, and also my very first and only Acer palmatum Deshojo. Hey. So that arrived this month. Okay, so this is a new plant this month I bought for eBay. The nursery that was selling them in bigger pots, thicker, but they're grafted. So these smaller ones aren't grafted. There was a lot less soil in the pot, so I just topped it up with some soil. And also bought from eBay some Hinoki Cypress. Yeah. So I've got 4. They're not the greatest. They need a bit growing on, thickening up a bit. They're just young. Again, 9cm pots. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'm thinking of doing is this little tray that it's in is just filling that up with some soil mix, and just planting the name in there, and just planting the 4 of them in this little tub and letting them grow on in that. So so that's the same tub there actually that my oak's in, and that the azaleas are sitting in. So I'm thinking of just planting the 4 Hinoki cypresses in there. So that'll be 4, 5, 6 Hinoki cypresses. I did have one that I sold a few years ago, and I did wire it. Was growing in the ground over there, and I got quite big, and I started styling it and what have you. I've ended up selling that. Yeah, and I'm not sure where I'm going to plant this one, but the fact that it's not been grafted and it's still quite young is really good. So you're not going to have a horrible scar down the bottom there. I'm really excited. I was actually going to buy more of these little Deshojos, but they weren't cheap. Well, I was going to say that's the end of the December roundup, but there was one more thing I need to show you, and I'll stick a picture here or over the front of me so you can't see my ugly face anymore. And that is the fish tank. That is the Chinese elm cuttings that's in the fish tank. They're coming on really, really well. Some of them have produced little wee branches, and they're just doing great. So that's this is them here. A wee picture for you, or a wee bit of video, or whatever I do and put over this video. So that's the Chinese elm cuttings, and they're just coming on fantastic as well. Right, so that's the end of this roundup for this month, December 2024. Hope you enjoyed it, and please do give this video a wee thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I was having a look at my stats, and believe it or not, it's quite incredible that 84% of the people who are watching the videos have not even subscribed. So everybody would love to get the first 1,000 subscribers, you know. So that is my goal for this channel, is to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd actually talk about subscribers in this channel, so I'm just doing this to show my hobby and document things that I'm doing. It's up to you if you want to subscribe or not, but it really would make me feel good and encourage me to do more and more videos. So thanks very much, and if you've made it this far, I much appreciate you watching. So take care. Bye bye.